Hey there.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to an episode of the Cheese Freak. I'm here with my good friend Chris.
Hello.
Are you ready to eat some freaking cheese?
Yes, absolutely.
So, okay, here's the deal. I have a lot of friends that I work with, a lot of other friends that said, Jason, we cannot get your snobby cheeses from the city because we are not as fancy as you, and, you know, why don't you like get some cheeses from Trader Joe's or from like a real grocery store that we can actually get out in the suburbs or something. So Bob and I went to Trader Joe's yesterday. We were having a little suburban day that you came along with at the end. And we went to Trader Joe's. So I'm listening. We're listening, folks.
Which Trader Joe's did you go to?
It was down in Hanover.
Hanover, okay.
And I tried to get cheese that had been recommended to me by some people I knew who like it, and then two ones that I thought people may not usually pick out at Trader Joe's, and just so we could test them and then talk about them a little bit. So the first one we got was, and this is one that a friend of mine wrote to me about, it's just a smoked Gouda, which I know we all love Gouda. I'm trying not to make a "it is Gouda" joke, but I can't help it.
That cheese is smoking.
Ba-dum-bump. So, Gouda. Let's learn a little bit about Gouda. Who knew? Is from... We should probably smell it first.
It's from Holland, isn't it?
Yes, it is from Holland. Gouda is actually a town in Holland. I should probably cut that for you. It's big. It's too big for you, girl.
I can handle a big cheese, trust me.
It is... Okay, so I read this one snobby book that said, it is one of the most unexciting cheeses imaginable. And I was like, okay, but I like
Have they had cottage cheese?
It's best with beer. The production of it is very automated, but it is always made with whole milk. They've been making it since the 12th century. And you can go ahead and eat it. It's pretty good.
I love smoked Gouda.
Yeah. I think it's good. So what's a little bit different about Gouda, supposedly? Because there's crackers to try, but... is that as they're making it, you know, cheese making is just sort of the spoiling of cheese over and over, and the curd you kind of like stack on top of each other. And at one point, I guess in the process of making Gouda, they take the big whole thing out and they wash away around a lot of the whey, which is sort of like the extra milk product around it, and just put it in water, and that takes a lot of the lactose out, and that's what makes it so spongy.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to try it with
cracker. Now, do you eat the rind on the smoked Gouda?
Yeah, you can.
You can? But you might not want to.
I think it tastes good. I think that cracker kind of overwhelms it. What do you think?
There are a lot of grains in this cracker.
Yeah.
It's like
It's called grains first. What do you know?
29. Lo and behold.
It's like you have ESPN.
Great. Well, that was good. I definitely could eat that cheese on a regular basis, and I often do. What I like about it over regular Gouda is the smoking gives it just a little bit more flavor. Regular Gouda is a little bit flat, but I like the smoked Gouda.
That's good.
And you can get that in Stop and Shop, Roach Brothers, Market Basket, Shaw's. You can get that anywhere.
The Harry Peter, if you're down in North Carolina. So this is a Comte from France.
Looks good.
So it's been aged for over 180 days. It's raw milk. It's sometimes also called Gruyere de Comte. This is protected of origin cheese, which means that it can only be made in a certain area of France. And supposedly, according to my little books, it's uniformly excellent, and it's one of the best cheeses in the world. So it's also supposedly amazing melted, and it's made in this guy.
It's good.
It's a little flavorless.
Well, I like a real Gruyere from Switzerland, typically. This is a little bit milder. It's not quite as nutty as a Swiss Gruyere, but it's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Supposedly it's one of the most, it's like the most highly made cheese in all of France. So.
This is an entirely serviceable cheese.
Yeah, and supposedly it's amazing melted. It's made kind of in a very like Sound of Music-y area, like with the Alps and with these certain cows, and you can only make it in certain towns, and all of it is supposedly excellent, so this would be good for her. If you're at home, this would be really good in like a grilled cheese.
Or you could make a a 3-cheese mac and cheese, this would be one of the great component cheeses for that.
Well, I just never even heard of it before. All the books were all like, "Oh, it's this amazing cheese," and I was like, "I never heard of it." So, okay, and our last cheese. What does that smell like to you?
Well, it looks like a melon.
I know, isn't this crazy color? So, this is a Mimolette Française. It's aged 6 months.
So it's still in its infancy.
It's still in its infancy. Oh my god, you're never coming on the show again. Just kidding.
I've been working on these jokes I've been working on this routine all week.
Exactly. Okay, so this is supposedly kind of a cousin of the Gouda-like process made in France. And one of the books said, except for its color, it is one of the blandest and most boring cheeses out there. So I thought it was going to be really cool, and it's like, it's hilariously bland.
I actually like it better than its sister or cousin cheese.
The Gouda?
Mm-hmm. Not the Gouda, this, actually, I'm sorry, the second one we have.
That's not
related.
It's cousin of the Gouda, yeah.
I like it. You know what would be interesting with these cheeses, especially the different colored cheeses, is to have people taste them blind and see if they can...
Because you want it to be more exciting, because it's kind of...
Yeah, because it's colorful. I mean, this is a great platter cheese.
Yeah.
So if you're concerned about the appearance and the color,
yeah.
So you could definitely break up, so you wouldn't have all this yellow cheese that have some nice orange on there.
Yeah, it's this was Charles de Gaulle's favorite cheese, supposedly. And it's good to melt, it's good for parties, they said. But the one cool thing they did say about this is if you hold on to it for 2 years, there's this one kind of cheese mite that will begin to eat through the rind, and the rind will begin to look, they're safe. It only eats the rind. And the rind will begin to look cannonball-y, and then the cheese is supposedly amazing after that, once it's really sort of, looks like it has cannonball holes in it. So
some things I don't really need to know.
I don't need, exactly. I was like, I don't think I'm going to hold on to this for 2 years.
Cheese mites around your apartment, all of a sudden they're setting up shop. Like the mucus guy.
Hey guys!
From the commercial. Hey, I'm a cheese mite! Moving in.
So, ranking time. This is pretty good with the cracker.
It is
Actually,
good.
this is the best one with the cracker.
I would rank the smoked Gouda the best.
Okay. What was second?
Actually, I like the orange, the melon pumpkin cheese. I like that.
The Mimolette Française.
Oui, monsieur.
And then the Comte, which is supposedly the Comte is the best one, so according to the snobs. So,
shows you what I know.
Me too. I actually like the smoked Gouda a lot too. I mean, I know you've had the flavor before, but that one's super tasty. And the Comte, I actually thought was pretty boring tasting. I mean, maybe, yeah, like you said, maybe like I might actually make mac and cheese with that.
Yeah,
I think it'd be really freaking amazing.
I like
and then this,
I like the color.
The color is really cool. That's why I got it, because I was like, this is wild, you know? But it's a little, it's super safe, kind of. If your folks don't really.
Not very adventurous.
If you're not super not
they don't like cheese that tastes like feet or something like that.
If your parents think,
cheese should come
Mexican
in one of
food
those
is spicy. They think Jack cheese is spicy. That's a great cheese.
Cheese that comes in the plastic wrap, the individual slices.
Yeah, American food product.
So.
Cool. Okay. Thanks so much, Chris.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I've been looking forward to this.
And cheers.
Cheers.
A little sweet Riesling.
Happy cheesing.
Bye. Thanks for coming.